Welcome, everybody, to the Whiskey Gingers podcast. I'm Brandon. That's Chris. Joined once again by good buddy Ryan, taking Jeff's place for the day. One of our other street reporters, one of our other cohorts.
At what point does he stop taking Jeff's place and he's just part of the show, just like Jeff is?
We could just have two reporters.
Two stand-ins.
You and I are anchoring at the news desk, and then we'll cut it to Ryan.
Because I feel like at some point it's like less of, oh, here's our guest today, and more so just somebody that is on the show with us reporting in.
Let's take it to Ryan with the weather.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Or
Ryan.
We'll have Jeff hanging sideways off a palm tree in a hurricane.
Well, that was Jeff's funniest thing. He said that we always tend to weigh in on the weather. So.
Which we're not going to do today on this beautiful day in southeastern Pennsylvania.
So you mean what we just did?
Yeah, exactly. It is a beautiful day in southeastern Pennsylvania, though. Shout out to Sefton. But we're doing something a little bit different where neither Chris nor myself had time today, or at least for myself, I didn't feel like it. So we typically, like everybody's ever on the show, which is really just Ryan and Jeff. Occasionally some of our digital guests always offer like, oh, let me get the whiskey for the show. And it's always like, no, you're our guest. Don't worry about it. And Ryan will never make a kind offer to me again because he was like, oh, let me get the whiskey. I was like, you know what? That'd be great. I would love if you got the whiskey today. Yeah. So Ryan picked today. It's something somehow that neither Chris nor myself have had. When he asked for any kind of guidance as to what to pick, I was like, if you've heard of it before, chances are we've reviewed it. And I've never heard of it. We've never reviewed it. Chris's phone just took a tumble.
I swear I haven't had any whiskey yet today.
But we'll turn it over to you to let you kind of intro the Dublin. Was it the Dublin Liberties Irish whiskey?
Yeah, so I'm not too familiar with it either myself. It reads a devilish blend of the finest malt and grain Irish whiskeys, aged in oak bourbon casks for a full-bodied, rich, smooth character. So,
okay,
you guys are the experts. Reading that, what do you kind of expect to taste? What do you think this might be similar to? I think it might kind of be, it might have a little bit of a bite at first, but then it's going to smooth out. That's what I'm kind of anticipating.
We've had some interesting Irish whiskeys that have a lot of bourbon characteristics to them.
Right.
And the way that this is setting up the stage, I wouldn't be super surprised if we kind of found one of those here.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I do think it's worth, I appreciate, Ryan read the, what everybody needs to know about this whiskey. I am more intrigued by the back that I saw when you were reading that. In the 1700s, a carved devil stood over the entrance to the Dublin Liberties, inciting mayhem and damnation within the riotous quarter known as Hell. The Oak Devil is now gone. Some say he was made into whiskey barrels. Others say he was seduced by whiskey angels. I mean, who among us, right? So,
no man is too strong to avoid that.
Right away, I like whoever bottled and brewed this. So I am excited to give it a whirl.
I give him a lot of points for the bottle itself. There are some really cool bottles out there, and this one's cool. And it actually makes more sense now that you said that. There's a big thing on the front that says Oak Devil on it.
Yeah.
And it's got a little charcoal-looking figurine there.
92 proof, I believe, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, 46 times
46,
2. Quick math.
Yep, there you go.
That's a pre-whiskey math.
Yeah. Bourbon aged cask, non-chill filtered. Seems pretty cool. What is this? I just was looking at the whole thing. Okay, well, I'll crack it open.
This one looks a little bit intricate.
No, it's got a little. It's hidden.
I guess I'll keep my knife out here.
Just a matter of finding the.
Yeah, I don't have fingernails. So
yeah, that's what I'm struggling with right now, honestly. Okay, I got it. Well.
Yeah, there we go. We're almost there. Live TV, folks.
Yeah.
All right.
Got to make up for Brandon's lack.
Yeah, last one wasn't good.
Ooh, that's a good one. Not too bad.
Nice.
All right, well, Ryan, for this being yours, you get the first pour.
If we ever really get bored one day, we got to do a pop compilation.
Look at how cool that bottle looks in the light.
Yeah.
Like the color of that in the light.
No,
the
when
way
you
that he had it
pour it,
poured.
it comes out like pure orange. I don't know. Here. throw your flashlight on for me if you don't mind.
Yeah.
That way everyone can see what we're looking at.
See, I think it was coming from
Yeah,
like
Oh, that
there.
looks really cool.
Isn't
Yeah.
that cool? It's like the way the light is hitting it
I
is
think
really
you're right
neat.
that it's going to kind of mimic sort of a bourbon kind of profile to it.
Which is fine. I mean, of the bourbons that we tend to like, they usually have some Irish whiskey properties to them. Now, this is as nice of a whiskey as it is, and I am excited for it. It has an awfully light profile.
Even in my glass,
Yeah.
which is funny because usually, well, that is kind of common in an Irish whiskey. You know what it immediately kind of smells like? This is like such a mean thing
What?
to say about a whiskey. I don't know if you guys are wine guys. It smells a bit like a Chardonnay wine, like a dry wine. I don't know if you guys are getting that from that, but I don't know. That's just what I'm getting from it. I'm sure it's not going to taste like that, but I just figured that was
I
like.
mean, there's also
Yeah,
Chris and I are also drinking out of adapted wine glasses, so there's a non-zero chance that like you might actually be getting some Chardonnay.
well, let's try it out
All
and
right,
we'll find
gentlemen.
out.
Launch it.
Cilantro. Yeah, it
Oh, that's a mystery.
kind of lines up a little bit with what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It has that initial like.
I was hoping it was a little bit better. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not a huge one.
You know what it tastes like? It tastes peaty. It kind of tastes like Scotch a little bit
Yeah.
because it's a
Which
little.
I need.
It's a little peaty. That's why I knew as soon as I tasted it that Brandon was going to have a little bit of an issue with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, no.
I have to go back in on it.
Hey, look, I might stand alone on this one. I just knew right away.
I probably. I mean, I'll tell you right now. Based on what I spent on it, I probably wouldn't go get it again. But you know,
Knowing in the ballpark of what you spent, I would definitely agree. But that's how you find out. I mean, until we try these things, you know, the bottle looked awesome. The story sounded great. It was a higher proof. It was an Irish bourbon, an Irish whiskey bourbon blend. Like everything was pointing toward it being a real good bottle.
We rarely rip on a bottle,
Yeah.
to be completely honest. I think this bottle has an identity crisis. I think that it wants to be
It's
an
not
Irish
an Irish.
whiskey. It wants to be an Irish whiskey. It's got a little bit of burn from the bourbon oak cast with like that charcoal. They're playing on the charcoal, but it also tastes peaty too.
It's strange.
It lives in three worlds.
It's a hybrid.
but it doesn't. It's like a.
It doesn't do any of them well.
It's a jack of all trades, but a master of none.
Yeah. I love the bottle. I think the bottle is really cool. I think it
wish tasted
stands.
better.
I think it stands on its own in the sense that there's not much like it.
Yeah.
But in this case, I don't know if that's a good thing.
I don't think it tastes horrible, but there's cheaper whiskeys that are better.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. It's disappointing every now and again. We've had a couple duds. The most famous dud of all is by far. I'll let Brandon see if he remembers it.
I mean, I remember hating the French whiskey.
Yeah, that was it.
That was-
Brandon was ripping on the French
Yeah.
that episode.
Well, I don't like the French in general. Don't you forget it.
Tell us more, Brent.
Tell us how you feel.
But the French whiskey was not even a remotely redeeming quality of theirs. Like, stick to wine and rudeness.
I had no idea they even made whiskey. So
You should stop.
They might have after that bottle.
It was real bad.
Well, Japanese whiskey is really good. So
Love
like,
that.
there's definitely other markets,
What was
and
it,
I'm not
Centauri.
Suntory.
Yeah.
Toki was the specific one that we had, but Suntory I think is the overall company.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, I'm not saying that every Japanese whiskey is good because I'm sure there's not, but they hit the nail on the head a lot closer than the French did.
Yeah,
That's
the
for
French-
damn sure.
Yeah, the French blew it.
And maybe we're biased because we only had one bottle, but that was
That's
the
all I
wrong
needed.
first bottle to pick, I
I
guess.
think I've had sake. I don't know what I've had. Sake Japanese
No,
whiskey? Or?
That's
It-
like a
it's
rice
not-
liquor, isn't it?
yeah, it is like a
It's like
rice
its own
liquor.
thing.
Yeah.
It is a Japanese thing though. And then there's what's the Korean one is the
that's
soju.
Yeah,
Soju.
soju, and there's something else called like a sai.
I don't know what that one is.
I'm
Yeah.
There Ryan's like on to bigger and better things.
Or
It's
just
really
like
funny.
hasn't gotten enough of a word in. Chris and I are like, God, this fucking stuff. Ryan's like, I'm kind of enjoying it, guys. I don't mind it.
No, I don't know if that's entirely true. I mean, I would say that of the Irish whiskeys I've had,
It's low on the
It's low on my list.
It's down
It's
there.
low on my list. I've had some really cool ones, and to your point, Ryan, I've had some real good ones at like $30.
like that one I
So.
sent you a couple of weeks ago. The Dublin whatever thing.
Mhm.
You were like, oh, great buy. That's like a $25-$30 bottle.
Oh,
For the
West
double.
West Cork.
That's
Yeah.
West Cork is a fantastic bottle for like $28, $30, something
Yeah.
like that.
way
Amazing
better-
buy.
way better than this.
Way better than this. I will give this more credit than West Cork in one way. West Cork suffers from what a lot of cheap Irish whiskeys suffer from, in my opinion, which is they don't really have a ton of flavor.
Mhm.
It's there, but it's not like it's not memorable.
I wonder if this is like a new like distiller. Like if this is like a new bottle or something. And they're still kind of finding their
Ironing out the kinks.
Who's it by? Liberties or the double?
The Dublin, I would think, unless Liberties is. Look it up. I'm gonna hit the ground running here.
All right. Yeah, because it'd be so fun if the camera's turned off. I mean, if it's a new, but then even
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I don't think it will be.
I'll even push
Let's do
back
that.
a little on that because I mean, Chris and I have done some like real small whiskey operations, but I thought absolutely crushed it. So I don't know necessarily if it's the size of the distiller that makes the whiskey.
So the Dublin Liberties is the distillery, so it's
Okay.
called the Dublin Liberties. I'm thinking that Oak Devil is
It's
actually the name of this one.
Yeah. And then we gotta find out how long they've been in business.
I don't know. They run tours and everything. They're in Dublin.
They probably go
Shocker.
around a little bit.
I have a couple of thoughts if they want to have us over for a tour.
Is there a suggestion
Yeah.
box?
I have a couple of critiques.
Try again.
Can you imagine? I mean, we already don't. I mean, Americans are already take us for what we are. But if we showed up, took the tour,
Started like
just-
critiquing them instantly on that.
hey, buddy, back to the drawing board on Oak Devil. All right.
They have a lot of really positive reviews on their
There is something
website.
that will be accepted. Sort of.
No way. They make the
They make Dead Rabbit?
Yeah.
I love Dead Rabbit.
I almost picked that, but I knew you guys would have.
And they have another Liberties one too. That's King of Hell.
All right, so we just got a dud from that. Then.
Yeah, this just yeah.
But if this is 50,
I didn't know they do Dead Rabbit.
Dead Rabbit's not 50.
oh
Does this win something?
no, this is different. This one's 16-year age. This one's 5-year. But to be completely honest, I don't know if I would go with this for 16-year if I didn't like the 5.
Right.
No.
13-year,
That's what
10-year, 5-year. We're like real low on their categories here.
Gotcha.
So I mean, this is the buy-in. But to be fair, if your buy-in is $50, that's a lot for me.
Yeah, but I don't remember paying that much for Dead Rabbit.
Let's see what they have it listed on the website. I mean, it's different based on where you are.
Yeah, I don't think I would.
€45, so roughly like $60, maybe a little less.
Yeah, our dollars.
It is, yeah. It's a little different now. It might be like closer to like $58. or
Yeah, and so
something.
Dead Rabbit's $40 at the steak store.
This was like I think it was 50.
Yes, this is
I
some.
paid like $52.
They have a lot of stuff on here that I wasn't expecting.
The Dubliner too. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot on here.
I've
okay.
had Dubliner and liked
Well,
it too.
maybe it is a dud. It's like a dud.
Yeah.
It's not their thing.
Because I was actually looking at like both of those, and they've had that. There's no
Yeah.
way they haven't had that.
Have we done the Dubliner? I know we've done Dead Rabbit.
Yeah, I don't think we've done the double honor.
I've had it though.
But what's funny is I didn't recognize the bottle as being from the same company.
I think the Dead Rabbit bottle looks a lot different.
It's
Yeah,
also
one-
a cool bottle.
it is
Yeah.
really cool.
I think I still have some Dead Rabbit in my house actually. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even mention.
It looks nothing.
Yeah,
They don't have their brand isn't on there like at all. So
good call.
okay, well, you know what? We're down to the nitty gritty here on that one.
Yeah, we gave it a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bastille was the French one.
Yeah,
That's what it was. Which
our resident
That sounds-
producer from afar.
our virtual producer.
Yeah, yeah. She did also. Morgan commented in. She said Bastille was horrible. Dates back to the 1700s for this one, I guess, for this company. So clearly they've been doing whiskey right. They probably are very insulted that we're talking smack about their distillery from the 1700s.
Dublin Liberties, if you're in the dream.
Yeah, if you're out there.
If you're out there.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
love to send us over some Dead Rabbit. We'll delete the episode.
I don't know. I mean, like, you're entitled to your opinion depending on if you like something or if you don't like something. And this just missed the mark for all three of us. It's not to say that some people might not swear by it, but
If it was
for us, it
offered
missed the
to
mark.
me, I'd be like, sure, thanks, but I'm not gonna go buy it. I'll say
Yeah.
that.
I think I'd add one more question. Like, if it was offered to me, my initial question would be, "Do you have anything else?" If that answer is no, then sure, I'll pour me a glass.
That's tough.
I'm,
That's tough.
I'm at least gonna have a follow up. You want to try any double liberties? What else you got?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Keep it going.
Yeah. All right. Whatever.
I am curious, though, to be honest, with like the 4 other aged variants that they have of it, does it get significantly better? I mean, like, you have something like Johnny Walker, which, like, when you get Johnny Walker Red, it's really bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
Nobody even really likes Johnny Walker Red. Most people won't even drink it unless it's Johnny Walker Black.
Right.
True.
So, like, yes, this is expensive, but is that an equivalent thing? Is it that people actually like the next step up of this, which I think was 10 year?
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
I think it goes
15.
10 year, then
Or
12,
maybe
then I think it was 10, 12, then 15 or 16 was the brackets that they went up in. So I wonder if maybe people just don't touch this one and is what it is.
Yeah, we just didn't know any better. I mean, I was excited for it initially, but
It's highly unfortunate.
Let me down.
Do you guys have any good letdown stories? Like things that have let you down?
just in
recently?
life, how much time do you have? Like, what do you mean?
My buddy Chris has let me down on multiple occasions.
The airing of grievances.
We let Ryan down in Florida.
Yeah, I mean that's up to you. However you viewed that. but-
Bad Uber choices.
Yeah, I mean,
You guys stayed at the club.
We let you down.
I'm trying to think of big let down. It's not necessarily a story that happened to me, but I do remember this was like before memes were a thing. But waking up one day hoping that we were off for off for school or whatever, and then finding out that we weren't.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the kids, this was like pre-memes or like early memes, created one where it was like him being lowered into the ground, and then like our school administration as the pallbearers, and it was like, I just want Mr. Johnson to let me down one more time. Like that's always what comes to my mind immediately. So I was like, that is comedy in 2013.
I think the craziest thing now is that kids nowadays will never know having to sit in front of your television and wait
Oh,
for your
dude.
school name to scroll
This
through.
was like the NFL
Like,
draft.
yes, you took my line.
You young kids don't understand.
You're sitting there watching, and you see like all your friends slowly start to get off, and you're like, 2-hour delay.
That would be the worst. So, like, I had 3 high schools in my hometown.
Yeah.
If one of those motherfuckers had off and I didn't, I'd be pissed because I knew their school was only like 15 minutes
Yeah.
from there. So I'm like, why is high school East off and I'm not? Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense.
And it would just ruin your day too.
Or if you start scrolling through and they would do all the closings first and then they would hit you with the
2-hour
delayed. And you would always like see the last closed and it would come before your school would come. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm delayed. And that would always suck
That is a
too.
great.
And
Yeah.
that never did a thing for me. Like, honestly, because at that point, I'm up.
Mm-hmm.
And a 2-hour delay sounds like a lot, but
No.
in reality, like, there's no sense in me going back to bed for what, a half an hour?
I just go watch cartoons for a little bit.
Yeah, I would get to watch a full rotation of Sports Center that day, as opposed to like just the top tens or whatever.
Yeah, no, definitely very interesting. And I mean, I guess we say that like kids won't know that feeling, but we also got snow days. I feel like nowadays kids don't even necessarily have the opportunity because they can just be virtual that day.
My kids will.
Yeah,
Like, I'm sorry.
it's like, no, sorry.
Have your teacher get
You're
a hold
out.
of me. Like, you're not
Yeah.
doing remote days. Get out there and build a fort.
It's
Like-
crazy. Like we're really not that old, but we never had that option.
It didn't occur to anyone. The
Yeah.
teachers wanted to be off. Like,
Yeah.
my fiance's a teacher. She doesn't want to do remote school.
Well, the thing is, we definitely like. I mean, I grew up around side computers in the school, just as you guys did. So
The computer lab.
yeah, I mean, like they had. It wasn't as common that like, or maybe it wasn't as affordable for every single person to have a computer in their house reliably. Like I know most people I grew up with only had one computer in the house for
Yeah.
sure. Like
So,
I had a laptop because I was in a tech. It wasn't because my family wanted
Yeah.
to have a laptop for every room. I like had to work my ass off to like.
they got tired of you nuking the family
Yeah.
computer with LimeWire.
That's mostly true.
Super true.
Yeah.
Dude,
Now I get to mess up a compact laptop with
Yeah.
LimeWire.
the
The
amount
amount
of
these kids don't understand is
LimeWire.
risking ruining the family computer for one song.
Conversion websites to convert YouTube
Yeah.
videos to MP4 so you
Yeah.
can put them on your iPod, and you'd be sitting there listening to things like it's in bad
Yeah.
audio basement. You're like, what is going on here? Everything's blown out. I can't hear anything.
That era where your voicemail would be a recording of a song that nobody gave two shits about.
It comes in, and then it's like Eminem.
Yeah.
With yourself, and it cuts in. Hey, you've reached Chris. I can't get to the phone.
Yeah, like that. Or the when ringtones first got to be big, I remember I had a Nokia flip phone, and you could get like smoke on the water as your ringtone, but it wasn't a guitar; it was the buttons.
Yeah.
So it was like beep 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 beep.
I think that I've said this before. I might have even said it on the pod. That one thing that was like way ahead of its time was Rhapsody.
Yeah,
So Rhapsody was basically Spotify before Spotify was even dreamt of.
I remember that.
But it was so far ahead of its time. It was you paid for monthly music. But it was so far ahead of its time. And to be fair, I was young at the time. So I don't know, maybe there was like restrictions on how much was available on their site and everything. Maybe they didn't have access to all the different
Still.
artists. But I still thought that was way ahead of its time, and it flopped well before it
Yeah.
made it anywhere.
Wasn't Napster similar to that,
Mhm.
or am I misremembering?
Um,
Who invented that?
I think it's very similar, yeah.
Napster's closer to Pandora than it was to.
I thought it was somebody everybody knows.
I don't know who created Napster. But yeah, what's it called? That was closer to Pandora. Rhapsody was kind of a league of its own early on. Yeah,
Oh
so
no,
music's-
it was Napster.
Oh,
So
Rhapsody became
It
Napster.
became Napster.
Oh, okay.
So we're both right.
Oh, okay.
That's funny.
That's
I
kinda
didn't know
cool.
that part of it.
Does it exist still?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Napster's still banging. I mean, I don't know that many people that use it.
It says yeah, it was Rhapsody before rebranding to Napster.
Wow.
Yeah,
I think I was thinking of something else.
it became Napster in 2016. So Rhapsody held on longer than I thought they did.
Yeah. Flat fee,
Just no
August
beating
20.
Spotify.
No, it's a juggernaut. I mean, even Apple Music. Like when my friends are like, "Oh, I listen to Apple Music." It's like, why? Like you're
You
making
enjoy
it so
just
much
being
harder on
behind the
yourself.
curve.
Yeah.
That'd be like if somebody was like, "Yeah, I use Pandora for my everyday listening." I'm like, "Listen, that has a time and place. If I really don't want to pick something, I could do that, but I could just as easily go on
Spotify Radio.
Spotify Radio."
Yeah.
Playlist, yeah.
Yeah. We
And I
evolved
pay for
past
Spotify,
this.
so like, why am I going to ever use anything else? No, that's a tough one.
That's a good jumping off point, though. Like, we really didn't have a topic for today. It's like some other things that were like ahead of their time.
Ahead of their time.
Yeah, like I mean, I always think of like Redbox as one of the biggest ones for me.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of it was precursor to Netflix, but I
Yeah.
almost feel like it's more of a stepping stone than it was ahead of its. I guess it could be considered both.
Yeah, because I mean,
It
I
was
think
definitely a stepping.
it was
stone to
movies on
Netflix.
demand for like $1.
What's real crazy is Redbox still exists
Very rare. Yeah,
in
they're
like
out there.
Walmarts and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one at my Walmart.
Really? They're
Yeah.
still on banging.
Yeah, there's one. I think it's there. Yeah, unless they got rid of it. They're doing like a whole rebrand at my Walmart. They're reopening, even though they're already open. So I can't find anything in there now because they moved every aisle.
Another one is like, I mean, this is only going to be for the people in our general vicinity listening, which I think is everybody, to be honest. Like Comcast On Demand was streaming before streaming.
Yeah. I mean, any on-demand service really
I
was.
love that.
Like
Yeah.
Comcast,
The
yeah.
old school, like
It was blue with the ovals.
interface.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was on that shit.
Nothing
You're on this
will,
podcast.
nothing will ever beat to me though. It's not even that it was ahead of its time. It was just the Titan Blockbuster was shit. Like
We had Hollywood Video.
Video.
Yeah.
going to you guys didn't have Blockbuster out here that much.
We might have, but you were a Hollywood Video loyalist.
No, Blockbuster over by me growing up in Jersey was like the thing, and I remember like there was it was a process to like go in there and like picture like window shop for the movie that you're going to be watching.
Yeah.
It was basically like you don't have trailer options or anything. I mean, sometimes they play them on the TVs if they could, but for the most part, it would just be like look at the back of the box and say this looks remotely interesting.
Mhm.
I could watch
So-
it for an hour and a half.
It always smelled like
Yeah.
popcorn every time you walked
Yeah.
in there. As I got older, they started doing the Game Pass where you could like get a video game
Mhm.
for a flat rate, and you would just play it until you want to get rid of it, and then you'd go back and exchange it for something
Yeah.
else.
That's those days so much.
So
I
like that was a
used
lot
that.
of fun.
Yeah. The video games was like an underrated part of it. because
No, for sure.
like, I remember the one every like, and it'd be the same game for every time. Like, every 3 or 4 movies, my mom would let me rent like Tony Hawk Pro Skate for like the next week.
You beat the game just from
Yeah.
renting it.
Yeah, exactly.
It took me 4 years to beat this game. I only got it for a week at a time.
4 days at a time to get through all the levels.
Their downfall was when they had to start competing against Redbox and Netflix and everything. You had to bring your movie back after like 24 hours. So
Yeah.
like previously, when Blockbuster was in its prime and probably Hollywood Video, you can keep a movie for a week,
Yeah.
and it wasn't a big deal.
I stole several movies.
What are they gonna do? The machine's gonna come after you? There was no recourse.
Skynet wasn't
Yeah.
on the horizon.
You pay cash, you never give it back. What's it gonna do?
Yeah, no. Were you able to pay cash at Redbox?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
I
think
doubt
That's a
it.
huge flaw if you were.
Yeah, I
after a
doubt
while,
it.
they just stop charging. I think they'll just charge you like the cost of the movie.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. If
Which
they
I
allow
mean-
cash, right? That makes
Which
no
I mean,
sense.
most of the Redbox movies are in the $1 bin at Walmart,
Mhm.
so I don't think you're going to be paying all that much for that.
FYE by me just closed.
FYE, yeah, that's.
Wow.
that's
They
a
outlasted
throwback.
everybody.
Did you guys have Coconuts out here? That was another like music store.
No, yeah. FYE with
FYE was a
posters,
cool
music,
one.
DVDs. Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I think all the FYEs in Jersey where I live closed way before recently. Like when I was
Yeah.
living there 6-7 years ago.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
This was last month. They had a going out of business sale. I was like,
FYE.
you all still here?
Yeah,
Shame.
I mean any type of physical video content. I mean even something like GameStop is hanging on, in my opinion, it's got to be by a thread.
Well, it's thanks to meme coins.
Yeah, I mean,
remember?
like, who is going to GameStop and buying a video game in 25?
The real shame of it is like anything physical media, like even like think like Barnes and Noble, like
Yeah.
that's like on its last leg. too.
Sure,
Like, there's
yeah.
a couple of them left, but a lot
You got
of those are
audiobooks, Kindles, everything
all this
else.
stuff that
which
can,
don't
like,
scratch the same
replace-
itch.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the type of guy like when I get a book, I like smell the paper. Does anybody else do that? Never mind weird.
No, I think there's something to it for sure. I like it. I mean, like, there's nothing worse than trying to use a screen and the viewing angle is bad.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, granted, your book isn't backlit, so like in the dark, that's kind of a problem. But I don't really read in the dark, so
No.
We
We're
gotta
also,
keep physical media, guys.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're on screens all day too. There is something refreshing about not being on a screen. But I'm trying to think what else is like still clinging to life. Barnes Noble was a good pull. Like they've kind of outlasted the test of time.
Morgan filled me in. FYE is still going strong in
Oh.
Ocean County Mall,
Good to know.
which is the most dying mall in all of New Jersey.
Brought up
Yeah.
some.
There's even some random like Michaels and like places like that, like even like arts and crafts.
Those are dying.
Joanne
like
Fabrics.
stuff like that. Just
Yeah.
like going out of business. It's like that one's a little bit like I can't really wrap my mind around that. Like why?
Think about stuff like department stores like Sears
Yeah.
going out of business. Like that's insane. I just saw that. I'm pretty sure. I think this is the case, and Morgan might have even told me this. I saw another Rite Aid go out of business, and I'm pretty
They're
sure Rite
flying
Aid
out of
in
here.
general
Oh,
is
yeah.
like failing.
We just lost ours too.
Yeah, so I think that they're closing up shop.
Yeah.
My wife worked at Rite Aid when I met her,
Mhm.
and that's how she got into banking. So like, we're closing our doors. Like the one right next to.
Oh yeah.
Or Beetle, I guess technically. We're closing our doors. Like you gotta like find something else. And you know, she had ended up getting lucky and finding a career in banking.
Even that's gone digital. You got like Good RX.
Yeah.
Like most grocery stores now have a pharmacy. Like they're kind of obsolete.
I've seen a lot of businesses come and go, and big ones. I mean, like Kmart was a big one.
Oh, dude, Kmart rocked.
Pathmarks in New Jersey.
We
Like Pathmark
we
is a
had
thing.
Pathmark.
Yeah, that
Anybody
went
remember
down.
Radio Shack?
Radio.
Yeah,
Shack.
dude.
You know what is hanging on is Micro Center is still hanging on.
Is it?
Yeah, Micro Center. There are Micro Centers around.
Dude,
It's
I
basically
promise.
like a Radio Shack.
When our grandparents passed, Micro Shack's going, Micro Shack's going with them.
No, that is a funny one, but like it's tough. I like going to the store and picking up what I
Oh,
need.
dude.
Like I'm a
GameStop
tough-
and EB Games used to be phenomenal.
I like going to EB Games.
They used to have like the little stands you could practice playing the games and stuff.
I enjoyed going to a midnight release. I really did as a kid. Like going to a midnight
Yeah.
release for like probably one of the most notable midnight releases ever for me as a kid was Halo 3. Halo 3 was a huge midnight release for me and my friends, and it was insane. In the mall, hanging out, we were playing like Monopoly
Yeah.
in the mall, like waiting for our turn to go.
And you know the best part about like after you got the game in those stores, you put the game in your console and you were playing within 5 minutes.
I know.
I didn't have to do a day and a half. Like I have the disc. and I still have to do a day and a half download.
Yeah.
But now we'll bring it full circle. Brandon asked, "What's the biggest letdown?" When you stand in line at midnight for the game and you bring it home and it stinks.
Yeah,
That's
that
the
is
biggest letdown.
that's the biggest letdown of my life.
True. Well, that was a great way to bring it all the way back around to the top, and it feels like a perfect spot to leave this.
Sure, absolutely.
You know, actually, you know what, Ryan, you're a professional broadcaster now, and professional whiskey connoisseur. Why don't you take us home?
Sure, yeah, no, happy to be here, guys. Long time listener, second time caller.
Second time caller.
Yeah, I mean, someday I'll officially join the show and I won't be the backup guy. But until next time, I'm Ryan.
I'm Brandon.
I'm Chris.
We're the Whiskey Gingers. Catch you later.